bows
And heads.
and heads, and a little lady with either a cloth or camel over her face.
Cloth.
Is it cloth?
I think it's cloth.
I don't otherwise know what's in the spearhead. I don't know whether to build the big banner man just to give you a bit of banner envy, or to build the big bow and arrow man. Both are pretty cool.
I mean, big bows and arrows are cool.
Good afternoon, chat. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, it's fine. It's not fine, actually. It's shit outside, isn't it?
Quite warm though, isn't it?
It's muggy.
Muggy.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Thank you for joining us, you wonderful human beings, for a Liam and Joe hobby show. We're going to sit here and talk to you wonderful people about the hobby.
There's a big horn going off there.
About the hobby, about anything you ask, really, as well. If you've got questions you want us to cover, you can stick them in the super chat section. If you hit us with the postcard, we'll answer your questions. If you want hopes from Joe, you can give some memberships. We've got some people that have already done that. I'm just going to sit here and have a chinwag. Today's topic that I picked, Joe. So, since Tuesday, I don't know why, but since Tuesday, I have spent some time looking at the High Elf Battle Force box and a dragon.
Yeah.
Because I really fucking liked 7th and 8th edition Fantasy Warhammer.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I was really fucking excited for Old World.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately really excited. In fact, I think I even had GW in here and I was like, I really want to do Old World.
Yeah.
And then I saw the model range and it almost instantly put me off.
Yeah. That's
because
fair.
so much of it was like 20-year-old model range. Now, what we've seen recently is them announce and release the new Grand Cathay range from Old World. All new sculpts, all new models. Not a very big range at the moment.
No.
There's like 2 sets of characters, a monstery thing, and then the Battle Force box, essentially.
Yeah.
But they are all new. They are brand new sculpts. And it got me thinking, do we think over the next, I don't know, 3, 6 years, we might see them refresh current Old World ranges and bring them up to new model standards, like they have done with 40k, or are doing with 40k, like they've sort of done with AOS? Or should we expect to continuously be playing with and building old World models for now?
Well, we saw at the last reveal show that they are bringing a bunch of new Tomb King characters. Brand new sculpts, all in plastic, with banners and stuff.
Yeah.
So it does make me think they're going to go that way. I was hoping for more. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping for more than a bunch of random characters. Maybe some new Tomb Guard or just some new generic infantry. But then I suppose if your battalion box, I suppose they can't release new generic infantry or horses or chariots because they're all in the battle force.
Yeah, I guess.
In the battalion. So I imagine you might see those replaced in the new edition.
Yeah.
So my hope would be that in the next edition of Old World, when they release a battalion box set, that battalion box set is only new models.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Because obviously it now makes me think that we're going to see a Bretonian release come up.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the moment, there's lots of Old World stuff that's what we would consider the popular picks that are frequently and constantly out of stock, which is, there's one of two things going on, right? Option one is they're not making enough, which is almost definitely happening because they're constantly out of stock. And option two is it's actually a lot more popular than I anticipated it being, which I think is certainly plausible. And therefore they had a plan to release what they thought was enough stock, and they've fallen well short of that. And it's possible, I guess, that they've gone, oh, actually, there's a real appetite for this. Maybe it is worth putting some R&D time into it and improving it and bringing it up. And going back to, it's a weird choice to go back to what is essentially a system that you tried to eradicate.
Yeah.
But I guess part of the problem people have told me about what was old fantasy was that people weren't buying new armies. And I suspect that if you release all new sculpts, a lot of people would go, well, I want the new ones.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Like when they released the new Gene Stealer model, right? I already own like 40 Gene Stealers, but I still wanted the new Gene Stealers instead. You know.
But I often wonder if you and I are in a bit of a a bubble. Do you know what I mean? Like because of the job we do, is there a lot of people? Like how many people who had Gene Stealers went, yeah, I've got Gene Stealers, that's cool. And how many people went, no, I want the new ones? And like, are we when we look at it? Because you and I think are quite often I want the new ones. The only time in recent years I can think that hasn't been the case for me personally has been drop pods. But I wonder if we're alone in that, or if that's a real common like.
I think people are always going to want the sexiest version. You know, I know Big Beautiful Ash has been desperate to do Grey Knights for ages. And I've been telling him for ages to hold off. And then with the release of the new book, he's just decided, you know what, I'm just going to buy them now. And then if they refresh the range in a year, 2 year, 3 years time, I'll just start again.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Legit, okay.
So I think the people are always just going to want to have the best, nicest version that there is out there, right? I didn't see anyone on the internet saying, I'm just going to continue to use my old metal Abaddon.
That's quite the glow up though.
Yeah. But it's same situation though, I think, really. Like people are always going to want the nicer version. Like new this is literally working a second ago. If you play Space Wolves, right? I think a lot of Space Wolf players bought the new Logan Grimnar.
Yeah, but he's on a massively different size base. It's a different scale.
But like the Gene Stealers were on a different size base as well.
Oh, were they? I thought they were the same.
No, they went up to a 32. So
were they 25s before?
Yeah. So I think like because you could put old Logan.
Yeah.
You could put old Logan on a bigger base. I feel like this is empty.
Yeah. I wouldn't rattle it by your head because that's also.
No, it's got glue in it.
Empty.
So, yeah, I think you've attacked this one with a bloody lighter, haven't you?
Yeah, why? That's how you clear them out.
It's like,
what are you doing?
Blowing down the hole. I threw that glue on the floor and I have regrets because it had a non-blocked tube in it. Oh God. It's bloody foam. It's rubbish everywhere. I really should clean up. But
It's what happens when you throw things on the floor, Joe.
yeah.
We don't have a cleaner or a maid. The only cleaner really in this place is me. So, you know. I don't know, I'm not sure if I think... I guess I'm one of those people that definitely normally wants the new ones. Like I said, the drop pod being one of the only exceptions.
I'm assuming we don't have a lighter in here.
No. No, why?
I've got 2 glues here. Both of their tubes are...
Just get a new one out of the box.
Oh, I might do.
Or a cup of boiling water, drop the tube in it.
Oh. I don't know. Eddie told me to do that yesterday with an entire repulsor executioner turret.
Yeah, but what you forget quite often is that Eddie's a moron.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. I see what my tube situation over here is. Got bad tubes.
YouTubes.
Yeah, I'm always going to want the newest version.
Yeah, I
of
think
everything.
I do.
Because it's a special moment, I think. A special moment in every boy's life when he gets the new model for his army. Oh, for fuck's sake. Whoever invented this stupid glue metal tube thing, get in a bin.
I just took the lid off of mine and it's working straight away. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, GW glue to the rescue.
Yeah, mine's instantly working. Okay. Well, and this is the thing. I like I said to you previously, I said it before. I very, very much enjoyed old 7th and 8th edition fantasy. I kind of really want to play Old World again.
Yeah.
But I don't love the model range. I don't hate the high elf range for the most part. But I don't. When I'm sat here now, and this is the thing. Part of what's sort of inspired me slightly is I'm sat here currently building Lumineth because I've got my Lumineth hype back on, and And so I keep going. I look at the Lumineth, which is essentially, let's be honest, if you map it across, Lumineth is AOS High Elves.
Oh yeah,
it's essentially what they are, right?
They're identical.
So I after getting my Lumineth on, I get the High Elf kind of urge. I go to the website for High Elves. I look at them and I'm like, no. Yeah, brother. Exactly that. So I was like, I kind of want to play Old World. Do I buy the old models?
Yeah.
Do I think about Lumineth conversions? Or do I wait and see if they actually do a range refresh? I don't know if I think they will or not.
I think they'll probably get a range refresh, but they were relatively late in the day in being released in this edition, and also out of all of the Old World armies, a lot of their kits are the newest in terms of when they were released during the Old World.
Who, High Elves?
Yeah, High Elves had a lot of new releases right at the end.
Did they?
Yeah. Like the Phoenix Guard, the Sword Masters, the Lothian Sea Guard.
I had all those before.
Yeah.
I'm so sad because I owned all this stuff.
Like they had so much stuff was literally just really, it's like I want to say Sisters of Avalon. The ladies with the bows.
Yeah.
Magic-y bow stuff.
No, I sold it all on like eBay and stuff. And, you know, it's not the worst in the world because I wasn't stupid enough to just burn it on camera. But I would have had a whole army right now.
But, like, let's be honest, it's not like you were going to... No one was ever going to assume that... what is it? Like 13, 14 years later, they were going to re-release the game.
Yeah.
In fact, longer than that. It would have been 2000... So 20 years, I think, roughly.
Because I really want to pick up the High Elf Battle Force and the Dragon.
Yeah.
But I'm so torn at the moment as to whether I'm going to get it.
I'd just use Lumineth. They're just
start
much
building
nicer
it and
models.
go, oh, I hate it.
I mean, the Lothian Sea Guard are nice models. The all their cavalry's really, really nice. The only thing that I think is, like, the only ropey stuff I think in the High Elf range is some of the very old character models and the generic infantry.
The guys with spears?
Yeah.
But guys with spears and pikes are part of what I fucking love.
I know, I'd just go down the Lothian Sea Guard route and just use them.
Yeah?
Because they have spear, shield, and a bow.
I mean, I don't know what anything does, Joe. I just...
Well, bows you shoot.
Well, I know that, you fucking lunatic. But at the moment, I'm just...
But also so now they've changed it so infantry are much better. So when you fight, if you have been charged, you fight in 2 ranks now. And if you have a spear, you fight in 3 ranks. So pikemen, spearmen are really, really good. They get the job done.
I miss rank and file infantry.
I know, it's so good.
Wheeling around.
When I was running my city's army at the Golden Ticket event that I came second in, my silver award, I'm going to Atlanta. Hashtag PayPal.
We have had someone send money directly to PayPal.
Really?
Specifically for you.
£1,000?
No, it's 20 quid.
Oh. 1,000? No, I think... I was running my blocks of infantry. I had like big blocks of 20 infantry and I was running them around in blocks. And there was a nice gentleman who pointed me in the direction of a company that does metal movement trays that are like round the size of your bases. You magnetize your models to it. And I was like, that would be cool. I get to have rank and file stuff in Age of Sigmar.
Could you... But then you could take those same models, right, surely. You could put them on the movement tray and then use them in Old World?
Yeah, because City Sigmar are basically Empire. You have cavalry, you have gunners, you have sword and shield guys, steel helms.
So you could possibly do it with Lumineth pikemen?
Oh, easy. Easy peasy.
Or what they're called Venari Wardens, I should say, for those people that are...
Yeah, I think like there's loads of people that use like the legendary armies that play vampire counts to just use the entire Soulblight Gravelord's range. Because it's just vampire counts. It's just vampires and horses, vampires and dragons, zombies and skeletons. You know?
Yeah, I've heard it from a few people that use different AOS, like Slaves to Darkness for Chaos Warriors and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I have now, because basically this is the last mod, Abraxas is the last mod I've got to build for my army. And at the same time, I'm like, I kind of want to do Warriors of Chaos for Old World. Because the new Chaos Warriors sculpts for Age of Sigmar are just stunning. Stunningly beautiful. And having them all just blocked up, marching around, is just something to see.
Yeah, I miss rank and file.
Yeah.
I do. Anyway, thank you so much, Matt O'Reilly, by the way, for before we even went live, smashing us in the face with 20 of his members. 20
members in the grid.
In the grid, mate, yeah. Thank you, Matt. Love you.
I turned the aircon up. I think I've turned it up too much, and now it's just warm.
Well, I don't know why you're blowing hot air onto us right now. It seems... I mean, you're constantly blowing hot air, but...
Yeah.
I had my hood on because the temperature was quite nice.
I know, I was getting too cold when I was sat here, so I turned it up, and I've turned it up too far now. Now it's just hot.
I hope for you, Matt, that one day you stumble across a specific setting on your air conditioning. And once you set it onto that setting, and you set the temperature that you want,
it's just perfect.
It's so perfect, you never have to touch it again ever in your life.
Yeah. I've gone down a little bit. Let's see how that goes. Yeah.
Would you like to give Matt a hope, or are you happy with that one being the
hope? I hope that's a good hope, actually. I wish I could just find one setting I was happy with.
I wish you could find one setting that you were happy with too, Joe. I also wish this. Thank you, Matt. You've actually literally put the heating on.
I haven't. It still says cool.
It doesn't feel cool. Okay. Anyway, Whitey55, who's also in Australia land. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you. I hope that you find a fully painted Old World army that's nicely painted you can be happy to use at a car boot sale. And they only charge you like 50 quid.
50 quid in Australia?
Yeah. Or 50 Australian...
Dollaroos.
Dingo dollars.
Dingo dollars, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just go and play Old World. Apparently, a lot of old school 40k players have started just going and playing Old World now.
I think it's more popular than I thought it was going to be. Which is why I wonder if Games Workshop have gone, oh, a lot of people playing this.
Well, I definitely want to run Old World events at Hobby House.
I'd love to know. I'd love to have a peek inside the boardroom. I'd love to know how much of what happens they go, yeah, we anticipated that. And how much of what happened goes, that wasn't what we thought was going to happen. It wasn't what we thought was going to work. I'd love to know. The thing is, they don't communicate anything with us ever, so we're just never going to know, are we? But
no.
Thank you, Lehman Rush, for the $2. Question for you, Joe. He says, why is Joe the most sexiest man on this earth?
I don't know. Maybe because you need to go to Specsavers.
Do you not think you're a sexy man, Joe?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Maybe like a sexy pig, you know?
Like a sex pig?
Yeah. Just a whale. Peter would be after me. Peter.
Who?
Peter.
Who's Peter?
I don't know. Peter. The horse is here again.
He's got a fancy helmet, this guy. Look at that.
High elves do love a fancy helmet.
He's in trouble if he gets caught in the wind.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off. Thank you, Edward Curtin. Curtin. For the 5 gifted memberships.
I hope, Edward Curtin, that you have like a 2-week period where you just wake up on time, like at your normal time, every day, feeling well slept.
Only 2 weeks, though.
Yeah.
You'd have got a lot more weeks if it was 10 gifted.
If it was 10, yeah, you would have got like, like a month. But yeah, 2 weeks, and you just wake up and you're like, I'm ready to start my day now. I don't feel groggy or sleepy or angry, you know.
Yeah, or any of the other dwarfs.
Yeah. you're just feeling good and ready to go for the day. Not all like confused. Where am I? What time is it? Yeah.
Do you get that when you wake up often?
I wake up. When I wake up, I just feel tired. I don't feel rested ever.
What time do you go to bed?
Time.
Good. Okay.
Anywhere between midnight and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But I can't sleep before.
We might be starting to find some of your problem.
But then I'll sleep till like 9, 10ish. And go over do stuff. I'm just better at night.
Sean Connery's favourite sport, that.
Do my best work at night.
That is his favourite sport.
What?
10ish.
10ish.
Thank you, Sam, for the $1.99. Hope Joe gets all he wants from Old World. What do you want from Old World?
I want new Bretonian Knights on horses, new Bretonian Pegasus Knights. And
didn't they get new knights?
No, they got Knights on foot. Weirdly, they gave it was the White Scar problem. You can't have the ones on horses. You can only have Knights on foot. Knights on foot are really, really nice, and they're much better now with the change of the rules. I also want a new Wood Elf range.
A new Wood Elf range.
Yeah, I'm really hoping there's a Sylvanest Christmas box, which is all just Dryads, Tree Men, Ancients, and Kern of Hunters. And because then I could just buy 2 of them and have an entire Wood Elf army for.
Is that not essentially what the fucking the Wood Elf spearhead is anyway? It's a Tree Lord, 3 or 6 Kern of Hunters, and some fucking.
Is it?
Dryads, I think, isn't it?
My phone's over there. You'd have to find out for me. But yeah, I think Wood Elves at the moment, you kind of just want to lean into all the tree people. But I think if they released new Glade Guard and stuff, I'd be all over that.
Oh, love the Glade Guard. Wood Elves was one of the armies that I had an inclination to collect back in the day, and I didn't because they nuked it before I got the chance.
And then like the Way Watchers and stuff have still aged quite well. They're really, really nice, but the War Dancers look garbage. But yeah, I just want some more, because I kind of like, I was looking at my Bretonians the other day and I painted them for a tournament, and I kind of want to take them home and not repaint them, but paint them more.
Touch them up a bit.
Yeah, so work on the horses a bit more, add like the checker patterns and diamond patterns and stuff and the swirls to them to make them just look a bit more fancy.
Lots of little touch-ups.
Yeah.
Like a sexy stepchild.
And then yeah, just live the Bretonian dream. I love the Bretonians, but the problem is that cavalry, elite cavalry in Old World aren't very good.
Well, see, I love all things cavalry. I love all things on horses, and on llamas, and Bretonians for that reason should really sing to me. But I've heard that cavalry's not that great.
Well, like their best cavalry are broken as shit, which is Pegasus Knights, because playing Pegasus Knights is basically just playing Age of Sigmar. Because they have fly, they could just go wherever they want and do whatever they want and charge however they want. Whereas, missing a foot, 33. Whereas, like things like Grail Knights and stuff, they've only got 1 wound, so they die really quickly and they're really expensive. You want Grail Knights to be badass. They hit like an absolute truck, but they just don't get in there very often. They just kind of die, but they are quite scary.
Yeah?
Yeah. But they just need new models because they're the old plastic Bretonian horses with metal riders, which means they've got a savage lean to them. My banner guy fell over and immediately snapped, and it's that like white metal stuff. Yeah. So it was all out of the box. It was already like super bendy.
Yeah, see, this is what puts me off.
Yeah.
I don't know what in the high elf range is plastic and what's metal and what's resin.
Most of the high elf range is plastic. The only thing that's metal, I think, in high elves are some of the character models. Like all of their infantry are plastic, all their special units are plastic, because it all got updated right at the end of 8th edition.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it, when you think about it?
Yeah.
Fully update range, cancel game.
Yeah.
Odd. Anyway, thank you, Chad, for the $5. One, I'm never going to pay modern prices for 30-year-old models, so refreshers of Old World would be awesome. Two, give me epic scale Old World and I'm in. Did they ever do epic scale Old World? Was that ever a thing?
They did. What's it called? Oh, Mighty Armies, or was that the Lord of the Rings one?
I didn't know they ever did it.
What was it called? Man of War? No, that was boats. What was it called?
Was it Official Games Workshop?
It was Official Games Workshop. Oh, like old hands in the chat. What was the name of the miniature version? Because they did do it and it was quite popular, but it just didn't hang around very long. In typical Games Workshop fashion. War Master. Thank you.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I didn't know they ever did it.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was supported. Like Games Workshop supported it. It was Forge World supported as well. Yeah, it did all right for a little bit. I think you could probably, if you are 3D printer savvy, I think you could probably pick up files to make. Mighty Empires was the campaign. War Master was the. Thank you, Kev.
I learned something today. I never knew that existed. I knew obviously Epic existed for 40k.
What I really want to do
back in the days when it wasn't just more Space Marines.
Around here somewhere, we've got the giant Old World map.
We have.
I want to get it framed.
For downstairs.
Or either for downstairs, or like when we play if we do Old World on stream, we could put it here.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
And make it look more Old Worldy.
We need to get your map of the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah, Vengeful Spigot.
Framed as well. I got Joe a present, chat.
Yeah.
When they released the new Heresy stuff, they released a map of the Vengeful Spirit and another map. I can't remember what the other one was called. When I got to it, the other one was sold out, but the Vengeful Spirit was still available. So I bought one for Joe.
It was very generous of him.
Well, you know.
I'm contractually obliged to say that.
Yeah.
This model is not.
It's really fancy.
Bit of a pig to put together.
What is it?
Abraxia's horse. Well, it's not really a horse.
I thought you'd already built Abraxia for some reason.
No, I've been banging on about it for ages. I wanted it, and no one got the hint. And then Mr. the War Hipster bought it for me.
Why don't you just fucking marry him?
I would, but he's already taken. His house is quite small as well, but we won't have enough space in his house to accommodate both of our nerd.
All I ever hear about is how much you love Josh.
Yeah, we played the new Space Marine update yesterday.
Comes again, more of it. Yeah. Let me guess. You had a great time.
Did actually a lovely chat. Once I built this guy, right, I'm gonna paint some other bit, or build some other bits. All my classes are either Raven Guard or Black Templars at the moment. My Blade Guard is a Black Templar. If people have any questions about the Black Templar book, ask away.
If you got any questions in general, ask away.
Yeah, I am a big fan of the Templars.
Thank you, Craig, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Craig. I hope that you are bought aircon conditioning for your house.
Air conditioning for his house?
Yeah. Machine is a man or woman. I don't know what you are from your name, but is a person after my own heart.
Why?
They want the Battlefleet Gothic back. It's my favourite game Games Workshop's ever produced in the history of all time.
I want Battlefleet Gothic.
Battlefleet Gothic was the pinnacle of life.
I played Firestorm Armada quite a bit, which was like a budget version of Battlefleet Gothic.
I've got the Battlefleet Gothic game. I haven't played it yet on my PC.
Oh, the digital version?
Yeah.
Digital versions can get in the sea.
Oh.
I want actual proper versions with proper like.
Oh no, I want the real actual proper version, and I want spaceships.
Exactly.
I had an Imperial fleet for a long time, and then I sold it and got Space Marines and never looked back.
Do you
Space
think?
Marines with goat, and the spaceships were metal, and you could kill a man with them.
Do you think 40k? Here's an interesting question for you, Jay.
Yeah.
Do you think 40k is the least hobby sort of focused of the games?
Oh, 100%. I think it's.
Or do you think like maybe AOS feel, because I'm building this model, it's quite fiddly in places. Like, it feels more sort of hobby orientated, but I'm also conscious that a lot of AOS stuff is essentially 100% monopose. And there's less monopose, I think, in 40k, but there's a fair amount. But there used to be a lot of converting and kit bashing, and
Yeah.
I guess you still can do it with Space Marines to a point, but I know that we always talk about the fact that Heresy is a more hobbyist version, and I think the Old World is probably the case now because you've got metal to deal with, and lots of people are converting like AOS models into Old World. So do you think there is one now that is like an easy entry, like lowest level of hobby required?
I do think it's 40k.
You reckon?
I do think 40k is the lowest. The lowest
what makes you
barrier
place
to
it-
entry. Because like,
What makes you place it lower than AOS?
because having been I've been to one Age of Sigmar event, but I've been
Have you?
to I came second,
You haven't mentioned.
one award. In case you didn't notice. But I did a spearhead one, but I don't really count that because that was like a Wednesday.
Okay.
It wasn't like a weekend event, but I've been to like events where there have been 40k and Age of Sigmar events running simultaneously, and the hobby aspect of it, so the building and the painting, in the Age of Sigmar section is always miles ahead.
You reckon?
Of the people that play Age of Sigmar care more about their models.
Interesting.
Like, they've put so much more effort into building, painting, basing their armies to make their army really like sing. Whereas 40k, I think it's the terrain's fault, right? But also because like when you look at Age of Sigmar, they still normally use full plastic GW or battlefield in a box. Like, the battlefield still look like a place that you'd fight on. Whereas 40k is now in a realm where when you go to an event, you play on a neoprene mat and you play on MDF or cardboard terrain, essentially, right? And normally, most events, it's MDF laser cut terrain that's just been rattle canned. And you look across the 100 tables, it all just kind of looks a bit generic. And I think people now, like, they've got so involved in the winning aspect that it's just take the army that wins, you know.
I'd love to know what you guys think about this as well.
Whereas, this is my own personal opinion.
Yeah, I'd love to know
right?
what you guys think as well.
Whereas I think the people that play Age of Sigmar buy the models and they're like, I'm going to make sure this looks incredible. I'm going to do what I can to really take this to another level.
I think that terrain, we're quite fussy here about how tables look for stream.
Yeah.
And we add stones and we try and make it a bit more immersive. And I think that even when we do competitive, we end up with some tables that look pretty decent on the whole. But I have been to tournaments. I absolutely been to tournaments and events where I've walked up to a table and I'm just kind of uninspired. When you go to No Retreat and it's very themed. We went to Tactics and did that one day, and it's quite a lot of themed tables. I was like, oh, I like this. Feels more immersive. Feels more, which is more my kind of hobby, I guess. But I get also that you want to make sure that the table is in fact functional for what you're doing.
Yeah, it is possible to have 15, 16 tables of full GW plastic terrain that's painted nicely, it's functional, and it looks great, and it inspires people. The only downside is it's really fucking expensive, and it's not for everyone to do. Whereas the MDF terrain, you spend I'm missing a bit. Oh no, there it is. You spend 40 quid per full set of terrain on a mat, and you can build it quickly, spray paint it, and it does the job. Whereas if you want a full set of GW terrain, you're looking at nearly 200 quid, and it takes longer to build, and it's harder to paint because there's much more detail. But that all comes down, or you can buy Battlefield in a box stuff, or Game Mat EU, which is a little bit cheaper than Games Workshop, but it is fully built and fully painted, and makes life easier.
Those arrows are going to snap. Why have they put so many connection points on them?
To make your life a living hell.
Yeah, evidently.
You know what I say? Be the change that you want to see.
Look at my giant bannerman though, Joe. Are you jealous? Just my giant bannerman.
It is a pretty epic banner. I like that the banner itself almost has like a little tiny crow's nest at the top.
Yeah. Craig, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Craig.
We're on 35 chat.
I hope. Oh, how does this? Oh, there we go. I hope that. I hope that you try a Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, or TikTok recipe for food, and it actually works out incredible, and it becomes like one of your new favourite meals.
Strong.
Yeah.
Thank you also, Craig, for the yellow one. Maybe Old World still has that soul of classic Games Workshop games. At least that's how I feel. New models would be cool, but there is something to the nostalgia factor of the classic models.
Oh, 100%. So we were talking about the other day how I miss old White Dwarf. There's something like every time I see old White Dwarfs, I'll always sit down and read them and look at stuff and be like, oh, wow, models were cheap back then. But I just like looking at the pictures, you know?
I feel like I'm one of the very few people out there who enjoyed the hobby years gone by, but I don't really get that nostalgia hit for old models and stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, but there's so much better out there now.
Yeah, but I think it's because obviously I carried on playing games with metal models. Like I did historical games and stuff. But like I still remember like sitting, doing sleepover at my mate's house, and we'd like just sit and read White Dwarfs. Just not talk to each other all night because we were just reading White Dwarf all the time. And then like looking through campaign books and codexes. So when I see those old models, I'm like, oh, a time when I was thin and youthful, and I could run.
The world hasn't touched you yet.
Yeah, I hadn't been disappointed or disappointed people then. And when I see, like, I got like the Bretonians, which I was helped along with by someone else, and it was just like this is the army that I always wanted as a kid.
Yeah,
and I never could.
I had a high elf army. I owned that army, and I had built, I reckon, 80% of it. So 80% of it by the time they nuked Old World, and I'd painted a very minute amount because you know me by now. And I always kind of wanted a painted high elf army, but the problem I have now, this is the issue I'm facing. This is why I asked the question for the stream. Is I kind of have that urge again, and then I open up the website and look at high elves, and I look at Lumineth Realm Lords, and I'm like, nah. I'm not interested in high elves anymore. They can get in the sea. And then eventually, tomorrow, I'll go back and I'll look at high elves again. And then I'll go, yeah, but the Lumineth stuff's so nice. That's where I am. Yeah,
it's like by the time I had a job and I could buy my own models, I think like Bretonians and Tomb Kings were already on the out. And I think it was Island of Blood time. So we actually have really nice push fit starter boxes. So I was doing dwarfs and night goblins.
Craig got a double help apparently.
Yeah?
We already hooked in the air conditioner.
Oh, did we do him a hope off of the back of a super chat?
No, we hoped him and then I hoped him again.
Oh. Well, you know. You're always in our mind.
Sorry, chat. I had to mute myself as I took my jumper off, otherwise, and I couldn't take my jumper off on screen because you'd see my naked belly. And that is reserved just for Joe. Not even Luce wants to see that.
She's cruel,
because for some reason I came in here and he had the aircon on lovely, and then I put my hoodie on and he went, fucker, and put the heating on. Cool. Thank you for the yellow one, Craig. Anyway, I appreciate you, and you get double hopes because why not? Scry, thank you for the $5. I say again, release the legacies document, you cowards. Yeah, we're still waiting on that, aren't we? Still waiting on a legacies document. It's almost like they're, like I said to you yesterday, it's almost like they're panic making units in it.
Yeah. Who
knew that was a thing? And again, I don't actually have any knowledge of this. This is just my theory, all right? Thank you so much, Robert Clock, for the $2. New Cathay plus Chaos Dwarfs make old sculpts look crap, in my opinion. I agree.
Yeah.
This is the issue. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's the same problems with 40k though, right? Like, new Krieg make Catachan look terrible.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
The thing is, right, with...
Release Catachans, you cowards.
So I absolutely agree with you. The difference being, right, is that in 40k, for the most part, for every one terrible model or sculpt, there's tons of beautiful stuff out there.
Yeah.
So you can comfortably choose to play most factions and choose not to use the bad models and be able to have a reasonable army. The problem we have with Old World is that most of them are old sculpts.
Yeah, I do think like you said at the beginning. I think they didn't think Old World was going to be as popular or take off as much as it has, right? And I think they were like, let's do a few new sculpts for Bretonnians. We'll do some for Tomb Kings. We won't go nuts. We'll get the old molds out, and we'll see what happens. You know, get our money back from Kings of War.
Do you think?
I think it's just sold way better than they ever thought it would. I think now, after a year, I think they've gone, okay, so it has sold well. Our spreadsheet says that you're in the green. Where do we go from now on?
Do you think Games Workshop are in touch or out of touch with their customer base?
I think they're in touch with like the 40k base and some of the Age of Sigmar.
All of the 40k base or the competitive base specifically?
The competitive base specifically.
So, yeah, okay.
I don't think that they're in touch with the narrative players so much. Do you remember that narrative campaign that came out? They tried to do one, didn't they? Because it was supposed to be launching with like the grand narrative, wasn't it? Like last year or something.
Oh yeah, the one they asked us to get involved with.
Yeah, and then nothing happened.
I mean, loads happened.
Yeah.
Nothing we got involved with though.
No.
Nothing.
But I just felt like, well, you look at like the Scourge of Gairan, right? That was supposed to be like a big narrative. I think Games Workshop wanted that to be this huge, broad, sweeping, massive event. And they were like, here's some PDFs, done. And then,
I feel like they were becoming more in tune with their audience.
And then they forgot.
And then I feel like they're now, I honestly believe that at the moment they're taking many backward steps.
Well, I think it's almost, they've gone, they're a Games Workshop that's going to follow, they're a shop business, whatever you want to call it, that follows the money, like everyone does, you know, because that's how business works. And I think they followed the competitive because that's where the money was, and then they were like, well, let's go and appease some of the narrative people. They're like, well, we don't know how well it'll do, so I put a bit of narrative out there, but not a vast amount, and then nothing happened. So they're like, cool, we tried.
Take an effort. Done.
Yeah, take an effort. We tried. You don't want it. It was like.
I'd love to know what you guys think.
Andrew says so Andrew Cook says Armageddon came out recently, right? Armageddon is one of the biggest main storyline planets in all of Warhammer history, right? And it got a Crusade book. I think Armageddon deserved more.
Okay,
right?
I would agree.
I think they said this new mission pack that we got, why wasn't that called Armageddon?
Well,
the last two were named after a campaign.
So that's interesting. I actually appreciate the fact that the mission pack this time around isn't named after a narrative, because that was 100% without doubt shoehorning in narrative that didn't exist. We'll call it a narrative name. It's just a competitive mission deck.
But I just don't think Like there is a narrative floating around in the background of 10th edition, but it's so lackluster and non-existent that it might as well just not be there. You know, it has no overall arcing effect because 10th edition has been the addition of loss and get rid of the resin kits and like poor Drago, you know.
Lol.
I think as Games Workshop's cleaning house in terms of getting rid of resin, ready for the next edition, where an all plastic edition, I think, is what they're shooting for. Like some stuff just fallen by the wayside, right? And they're just like, we're not going to invest so much in narrative. We're not going to invest so much in the contents of these books. The rules are good, but the rest of the contents are a bit meh. And they're just like, 10th edition is a filler edition, and then we'll do some more next edition. Well, that's the hope, right? If 11th edition just continues to be like 10th edition, I think. Like,
do you think it's a crying shame though? Because for me personally, and I know you're the same as this. I'm not even going to ask if you are, because I know you're the same as this. But for you personally, how many times have you wanted to do an army, a faction, a unit, a character because of narrative, because of a book you've read or some narrative that you've seen? Like that's why people, for the most part, I think, get into specific factions. There is that tournament scene, the smaller tournament scene that go, that's the most powerful faction right now, so I want to collect them. Yeah. Not based on narrative. But I think for the most part, the majority of players out there, they read a book or they see some narrative somewhere and they go, that's fucking cool.
I desperately, and I wanted to since I was a kid when they came out in Metal. I never did. And I still want to do them now, so much so that I actually bought parts to do it and the transfers to do it. I want to do a Tyrannic War Veterans Ultramarines army. I've said it before, I've got like all the Ultramarines characters, I got the transfers that they did for when Leviathan came out. But I was like, why haven't we got, like, why aren't Tyrannic War Veterans a kill team box set?
They used to be a unit, didn't they?
Well, they used to be a metal unit, and you got the one Tyrannic War Veterans Lieutenant, the Phobos one, and they're like, cool, done now. And like, the War Veterans for the Ultramarines are like their one cool narrative unit, and they're just completely unsupported. And one day I'll do that army. I think like stuff like that needs to come back. There's rumours floating around of another Night Lord's kill team of Raptors. Heard that floating around, and I'm like, that's cool. Like they're starting to, like, if it is true, you've had the other Night Lord's kill team, which is an upgrade sprue, and then maybe we'll get new Night Lord Raptors and stuff. They're like building character into an army.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I want more of that. Don't give me pointless space guardsmen, you know, like don't give me a random motley crew of priests, you know, to go around doing weird priest shit.
Yeah, but they are cool models though.
They're cool models, but they have like no like at the end of the day, in my eyes, Kill Team is just a way of selling more 40k kits. The last Tyranid Kill Team didn't sell out because people are really excited to play Raveners in Kill Team. They were like, no, because I need to buy 6 of those Kill Teams for a Tyranid army.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And then there was like a real half-assed...
It almost makes me laugh when the rules come out for a new Kill Team in 40k, but the rules come out for the rules in big 40k.
Yeah.
And you look at that and you're like, you know what you're doing.
What's mental is that the Ravener rules were released before that Kill Team box set was done.
This is my point. You know what you're doing.
That was one of the, we don't know how well this is going to sell. Boom, here's the rules.
Yeah.
Off your pop.
There's not been enough excitement about this in Kill Team. So here's the 40k rules.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's sold out.
Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone.
Yeah, that was quite clear, I think, wasn't it?
So I'm hoping what we'll see is like, because like they were like, oh, it was an AdMech Kill Team of servitors. AdMech is not an army that needs more shit units added to it.
Facts.
They they needed a good kill team. Didn't need servitors. And I just think kill team should just be Games Workshop's way of adding cool, narrative, flavorful units to armies that also have an like having a dedicated AdMech unit is a bit poo, but an AdMech unit that's also an upgrade sprue for the rest of your army is a win. Like, look at the Night Lords kill team was generic Legionnaires kit with Night Lords upgrade sprue. Like, I'd love to see another kill team which was generic Legionnaire kit, Iron Warriors upgrade sprue. And then they could do generic Intercessor squad, Imperial Fist upgrade sprue, with like boarding shields and stuff. Or like cool Raven Guard Lightning Claw squad. That's just an upgrade sprue. I think that's what kill teams should move to. Because those things still just sell like mental anyway.
Yeah.
And then I think stuff like that coming back turns 40k into a more hobbyist game. Because at the moment, Space Marines are not a hobby army unless you really care.
Yeah, yeah. You don't need to do anything to them. You can just build generic Space Marines and you're fine.
Yeah. So look. So you got the new Raven Guard guy coming out soon.
Oh, Dave.
Yeah. Stunning model. Beautiful. But Raven Guard don't have an upgrade pack, really, that outside of shoulder pads and a helmet. So he's going to turn up with his cool feather boa and his cool lightning claws. He's got his cool, like draping long, what are they called?
Penis.
Penis. He's just got all this sick drip, right? He's like 10th level prestige
Sick
level.
drip.
Yeah. He's gone through the battle pass. He's completed prestige. He's done the game. He's got 500 hours in, right? And the rest of the Raven Guard army that turns up with him, generic Space Marines, unless you invest in Forge World shoulder pads, Forge World heads, getting the smooth Mark 6 shoulder pads.
I played a cool game yesterday for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farming Simulator 2025.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet Luce was just begging for you.
Oh, obviously.
Point, yeah.
Yeah. After seeing me play Farming Simulator 25, she was walking around like a slug.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, I love a man that can handle digital heavy
Machinery.
heavy machinery." Yeah.
Yeah. Love a good ploughing.
Yeah, I love a man who can just drive very slowly in a straight line across a digital field.
Yep. Yep, I thought the rain had started early.
Yeah.
Just Jupiter, thank you for the $5. Now that Chaos Dwarves are back in Age of Sigmar, I'm dropping Old World and rebasing my army a third time. I hope they get their train units eventually. So it sounds like Just Jupiter's gone into AOS, back into Old World, and back to AOS again.
Why not both? Depending on their base sizes in Age of Sigmar, if their Old World base sizes are bigger, you can buy. So I was thinking about this for cities, right? Is you can buy movement trays for Old World that have round hole slots in.
Oh.
So like I could use my city's army in Old World because the movement trays exist.
What does this Bannerman do? Because I'm not enjoying building this Bowman.
No? Or Bowmen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if the Chaos Dwarves come on small enough size bases in Age of Sigmar, you could definitely get the movement trays for Old World for them just to slot into.
Finari Bannerblade.
I think, yeah.
He has a health of 5, Joe.
Because, like...
A control of 5.
Yeah.
A save of 3. A sword. My Bannerman has a sword that's 4 attacks. Hit on 3s, wound on 4s, rend 1, damage 2, crit mauls.
Oh.
And his passive... Add 3 to the control scores of friendly Lumineth Realm Lords units while they're within 18 inches.
That's cool.
Is it?
Well, it just means that you have a higher chance of holding objectives over your opponent.
Light of Altharion.
So say you've got 10 people on objective, that's control score 10, And then if they have a banner in that unit, it goes to 11, and then with that, it goes to 14. Whereas your opponent might only have 10 models and a banner. So, yeah. Yeah, so my Raven Guard, so at home, I've got 2 units of Assault Intercessors with jump packs. And I've got the 4, I was going to bring them today, actually, but I chose Abraxia instead.
If you have 2 melee profiles, do you fight with both, or do you have to pick one?
In what aspect? Sometimes a weapon might have a sweep and a strike, but if, for instance, you've got your model has got a hammer and a sword and hoofy feet, you can fight with the hammer.
Well, this guy's got 2 blades in his hands.
Yeah, so he fights with both.
Oh wow, he's a bit good.
Yeah,
he's got 2 attacks that hit on 2s, wound on 3s, rend 1, 3 damage with anti-hero, anti-monster, rend 1.
Yeah.
And then a second sword, which hits 4 attacks, hits on 2s, wounds on 3s, rend 3, 3 damage with crit 2 hits.
Oh.
And his abilities means he ignores all modifiers to his save rolls, and he ignores negative modifiers to hit and wound rolls, and ignores negative modifiers to the characteristics of this unit's melee weapons. Just ignores everything. It's pretty good, isn't he?
Like when I talk to you and you ignore me.
He's pretty good, the old Light of Altharion. Mr. Ghostman.
Ghoulie Ghostman.
Yeah.
Gingang, ghoulie, ghoulie, ghoulie. What's up, Gingang, goo?
The Venari Lord Regent. What's he got? That's an average sword.
Put that there.
Charge of the Lumineth! Pick up this unit up to 2 friendly Venari Dawn Riders. You can reroll charge rolls for the targets of the rest of the turn.
Get big lizard.
Add 1 to attack characters of that target's weapons. Ooh, that's good.
One of my favourite things about this model is that she's not glued to her base. So I
have some Dawn Riders.
That makes me excited.
I need to buy more Dawn Riders. Oh, I bought more Dawn Riders, I think, at some point.
Check out the Scourge of Gairan version of Banner Blade. So you're on the app.
Yeah.
So is he a hero?
He is in the hero section, yeah.
So there'll be a Scourge of Gairan version of him there.
Venari Banner Blades. No, just hero, banner blades, infantry, cavalry, monster, war machine, faction terrain.
If you go Stormforge, have you got a?
Yeah, if we go above the one that you said, below the one that you said you've written called Jizzlips.
Consummate professional, and then new, and then we'll go add hero. You might have one that says
it's not there, it's gone.
Oh. Is there where is it? Is he a generic unit in the army? I don't know.
Oh, I can take Gortrek.
Yeah, because he's a goodie.
He's a goodie.
And all the goodies play together. Oh, I didn't glue his foot on. Missed half his foot. Oh, I'm sorry, Big Lizard. You deserve better than half a foot.
I feel like the wind charges aren't really worth it on this.
Still all of it. All of it.
Just take the wind charges out.
Yeah, so what are we talking about?
What does he?
He's just got distracted now. And he's just like building an army.
This is happening a lot lately. My fucking ADHD's all over the place at the moment.
Yeah.
While a friendly hurricane units are within 12 inches of this unit, they can use shoot and or charge abilities, even if they use run or retreat abilities in the same turn. And no mortal damage is inflicted on them by retreat abilities.
Here's a question for chat. Would you prefer Old World and Age of Sigmar content as live streams or pre-recorded content? We'd like your opinion. We won't listen to it, but we'll...
No, I will. Maybe. If you say the answer that I want.
Yeah, the decision might have already been made, but we'd like to know what your opinion is first, so we can then ignore it. 3, 4.
General. Yeah, I've got 20 points to spend. You can't spend 20 points, can you?
No. That's one of the very few downsides to Age of Sigmar is there's not many like cheap. So you might have like an endless spell you could buy for 20 points, which would be down in spell lore. Some enhancements have got a points cost associated to them now, because because all the enhancements and warlock heroic traits and stuff are normally all free. But the ones they've pinpointed as being like the auto takes have now got points associated to them.
Manifestations.
Yeah.
The Twilight Sorceries, no. Primal Energy.
Primal Screaming.
Forbidden Power.
It's not really much of a primal scream, was it? It's more of just a whine.
It's not really... I don't think I have a Wizard Barry.
Maybe not put Teclis in.
No.
Why not?
I don't want to put Teclis in. I have a Stone Mage. He's cool. Artifacts of Power. No, they don't cost you money. I can't find where to put the thingies on. Oh, this app's annoying me now. Why when I press that button does it just go to the top? Shrine Luminor. Let's add a Shrine Luminor because I have one of those. Spell Lore.
Oh, her legs are horrible to put together. Whoever designed this was like, I'm going to have as many weird interlocking pieces as possible. Not just glue it straight onto it. He's like, I'm going to make it so just egregiously annoying to build for no reason.
Thank you, Squirrel Noob, for the $20. What's all this malarkey about the Terminus Decree from Codex Grey Knights?
Oh, I read this morning.
Did you?
It was well done.
Good, because I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. So
basically, the Terminus Decree is that if the Emperor gets better, is reborn, whatever, basically. If he just decides that he's fine now, right, the Grey Knights Terminus Decree is you got to put him back on the throne. And you got just do whatever you can to get him back on the throne. Even if you have to kill all the custodies, get him back on the throne. And it's like a really like meh kind of explanation of what the Terminus Decree is.
Right.
Where
what's the issue?
It's just kind of like because like the Terminus Decree has kind of been this weird kind of like no one knows what it is secret story in the background, and then literally they've said, oh, it's secret orders that only the master of the Grey Knights has access to, and it's in a little wooden box that only he can open up. But they said like, oh, it's Dad's put it, it's 1,000 Grey Knights versus 10,000 custodes. Like, this is not going to happen. And it's kind of been this like secret in the background story. Like, what is the Terminus Decree? What could it mean? Ooh, secrets. And then they ruin the secret by telling us what it is in a really bad way. If they were like, the Terminus Decree is an order that only the Captain General of the Grey Knights has access to. It's in a wooden box. It has now been finally opened, now that the Emperor has spoken. If they left it at that, they were like, here's a little bit of information, but we're going to keep it super, super secret, right? Instead, they were like, yeah, Grey Knights have to go and kill everyone now in a job that they literally can't physically do.
That's not really going to... Yeah. Yeah, this is what happens when you let them write their own lore and don't give it to, like, actual authors. Thank you, Jacob, for the $2. We getting new Grey Knights on stream. Love the content. Maybe. Maybe. I have Grey Knights here.
The problem is that no one, I know it's our job, but no one here is in any shape or form remotely excited or interested in Grey Knights.
If they'd have given me new Grey Knight models, Joe, I'd have been all over it.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's a lie. If they'd have given me new Grey Knight models, Joe, I'd have got you to be all over it for me.
Yeah. What, the Space Wolves?
No, Grey Knights. Space Wolves are mine.
Oh.
We've been through this.
Yeah.
Now, how many times you keep dropping hints in the team chat? We've been through this.
But then guess what? You'd have a painted Grey Knight army.
I've got a painted Grey Knight army.
Do you? Yeah, but not a painted Space Wolf
I've
army.
got a painted Space Wolf army.
Yeah, but not with all the good shit in it.
It's got good shit in it.
But it hasn't got the good shit in it.
So there's a firm maybe on that one, all right? Yeah, maybe at some point soon. So, anyway. Dave, WK, he says, hello, team.
Hello, Dave.
Yeah, thanks.
Hello, Dave.
But thank you for the $10.
Thank
I'll
you.
be unemployed after Friday and have time to detox with some more hobbying. I'll be working on a large model and wanted to get any tips for painting custom gargantuan squigoth with Haldar. What's Haldar?
A howdah is like the little thing that sits on top of like a big riding beast. You know, like in Lord of the Rings when like the Mumax turn up and all of the Corsairs, not Corsairs, are they? Haradrim. When all the Haradrim, they're in a howdah. That's what you sit in.
Howdah.
Yeah. Howdah.
Howdah.
That's
better. Oh, right. Thank you anyway for the $10, you're a legend. I hope the unemployment is by choice.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want... Well, it's not very often that you know in advance that you're getting fired.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because they don't normally like saying, by the way, we're firing you, but you do have to work 2 weeks. I've never had that. Normally, if I've been fired, I've been asked to leave on the day.
Yeah, next week...
Joe's getting fired.
Next week, we've got no...
Fans.
No Joe here. Not because he's been fired. I think on Tuesday we do have a game stream because I think if all goes well tonight, we'll have Andy and Tom playing. However...
Tonight?
No, Tuesday. Or Andy and me playing and Tom on the deck, I think it might be. However, on Thursday, there's only me available, so there won't be a game stream. It might be the new Grey Knights comes after that.
Apparently, next week, it's really fucked me off big time. I'm very, very upset. Might be Battlefield 6 beta.
Why is that fucked you off and you're upset?
Because I'm away.
You've chosen to be away.
I know, but but I can't cancel the holiday now.
Of course you can. You're already going to Mum's house.
I've already the release date of the full game being released has been leaked. I've already booked that week off with Tamsin. I've said I'm going to be home, but I won't be interacting with you at all for extended periods of time.
Much Vag, big wow.
Yeah.
Week Vag.
Yeah. I'm just like I'm booking the time off from life and responsibility. Do not expect me to clean myself. You may feed me, because that is the only way I will ingest any food in that period of time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sam Deacon, for the $5. Peak Nostalgia was buying a White Dwarf, which had the Battle from a Crag and the second edition models and the battlefield with the huge train.
Yeah.
Peak Nostalgia. I'm just not really a particularly nostalgic person, though. Thank you, Sam, for the $5. And thank you, Sam Deacon, also for 10 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Sam.
We're on 45, team. 5 to go for halfway. Who wants to throw 5 members at me? Like that.
Yeah. I hope, Sam, that you never have any spitting or blocking issues with an airbrush.
Oh, I'm glad you finished up with airbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for the $10. So 10 gifted. And we also have another super chat from Dave. Thank you for the $5. The decree was rumoured to be a virus bomb or something to wipe out all old Astartes, enhanced people in basically all previous editions.
Yeah, it's almost like the narrative they set up in The End and the Death.
Yeah.
There's a scientist in The End and the Death, spoiler alert, who designs a toxin to kill all Space Marines. And Primarchs, to kill them all. And then with the end of... That was the rumour from before, and then the End of the Death happened, and people were like, oh my God, babe. You know, super excited. And then they're like, nah. Yeah. It's like when someone tells you, like, oh, got a present for you. I'll see you in like 3 hours. And then you spend 3 hours hyping yourself up about what that present's going to be. and then it's like a chocolate bar.
Yeah, something a bit shit that you don't really care about.
I'm like, oh my god, it's a PlayStation 6. It's not.
So there's a possibility. Automatic updates, updated recently. Maybe my app is out of date for
Maybe your face is out of date.
Age of Sigmar. Where would I find the app in my list of apps, of which there are many fucking apps?
Abraxas got a sick cape.
Sick cape blood.
Yeah.
Abraxas a fucking cool model, to be fair.
Yeah. I was so upset that when we got back on the Age of Sigmar content list, Games Workshop didn't send us Abraxia because they said that you're only on it for the start of the new edition. Many tears were shed.
Well, it's up to date though. It's just something about being on General's Handbook 25, but if I go into just the overall reference page and I go to Lumineth, there is no... Oh, Scourge of Gyran, Lumineth Roll Lines, War Scrolls. The Scourge of Gyran Banner Blades. Still 6-inch moves, still health 5, control 5, save 3+. Still got 5 attacks with crit mortals, hitting on 3s, winning on 4s, rend 1 damage.
Absolutely mortaled.
And then his Defend the Banner, add 1 to save rolls for friendly Venari infantry units while they're contesting the same objective as this unit.
I mean, that's very good.
Well, considering they're on save 3+.
Yeah. Well, what you can do is, I think you can do, is it +1 to save?
Yeah.
So I don't think you can all out defense at the same time. Because you can't get double +1. But it is mad good. What a save are the big stone hammer men on? Or they're not Venari, are they?
No.
Boo.
They're Alarith.
Alarith.
Alarith from the Alarith, the Alarith Temple.
The Alarith turds. Got to put my sword on my big lizard. Yeah, Liam's very much on the AOS train at the moment. I thought building Abraxia would be quicker, but I was wrong. I've got here a massive big box of Ghoulie Ghosties to build. I was going to jump on those next. So I thought easy win army to paint is the Ghoulie Ghosties.
Ghoulie Ghosties?
I am going to do a call out to people. What I need is...
A penis.
It sounds I don't know if this even exists. I feel like I saw it once. Loose cobblestones to glue onto bases. So not a cobblestone base, not a cobblestone topper, but the actual like loose cobblestones to kind of put onto the base. Because the Ghoulie Ghosty army is mostly all slaughter bases. So if I wanted to put them onto a if you want to put them onto a fancy base, you have to cut them off and then pin them.
Yeah.
Whereas if I could get some loose cobblestones, I could kind of like mosaic onto the base. Then I'm laughing.
Why cobblestone specifically, though?
I think so.
Is this because of the way that the Nighthawk mounts their bases too?
Well, yeah, because like some of the Nighthawk units were released in 2nd edition. I'm looking at Dan here because he's the AOS man. All the Ghosty people were 2nd edition starter box set, right? And then they had loads of really nice push fit models that were released afterwards that came on their own really nice molded bases, right? And they're still a big part of the range today. And they come with these really nice, perfectly molded bases. So I think I need something that will help this army blend into that. Also, it's like a really, it's like a really easy airbrush, low effort army to paint.
Nighthawk?
Yeah.
That's why I started collecting.
Yeah, because I thought because I looked at him, I was like, well, that's an army that I can get banged out really, really quickly. But it's an airbrush army, and then you literally paint all the chains and the skeleton hands and stuff.
I found it. I found why. I finally found it. So when you go into the edit roster section, you have to pick the handbook that you're using.
Yeah.
It doesn't just make you have the latest one like the 40k one does.
No.
And then if you go into your hero section, you can find the fancy Bannerman.
So
there he is, Scourge of Gyran, fancy Bannerman.
oh, nice.
I found him.
So I thought like the army itself is going to be really easy to do. So
Sorry,
to make the army, basically the army is going to be really fucking easy to paint and it's really low effort. And I thought instead of doing a really like have a simple base to go on them that brings the model up, brings the army, it just makes the army look not so like I haven't really tried that hard. So that's my plan. So I thought I need to find someone that sells cobblestones or thin bricks, very thin bricks that I can kind of glue onto the bases. And yes, it is a lot of effort, but I think it will really bring up the army a bit.
Right, I found out how to get the Scourge of Gyran stuff in there. Okay, figured it out. Someone said you might be on the wrong General's Handbook, and I was. But I just didn't know how to change the General's Handbook. Figured it out now. Squirrel Noob, thank you for 20 gifted memberships. We're on 65 now, Joe.
Thank you, Squirrel Noob.
Oh no. There?
Yeah, there. It's a big fucking sword. Look at that.
You're a big fucking sword.
Absolute weapon.
You are. Yeah. That's what I would call you.
I hope, Mr. Squirrel Noob, that for you especially, they released an entire squirrel-based Blood Bowl team.
Oh.
The gnomes have squirrels, but you want everyone to be a squirrel.
I know what you did last roll, just ruined it as well. We were going up in 5s and 10s and 20s, and you just gone with the one gifted. Thank you for the one gifted.
Thank you.
But yeah.
I drove 2 hours yesterday, for those that care, to Newport to get my passport. And I turned up 20 minutes early, but they don't let you into the building until your appointment. I really needed a poo.
Nice.
So I had to walk from the building.
From your knees down?
Yeah. I had to walk to Asda to go use their toilet. It's the biggest car park I've ever had to walk across in my life.
From your knees?
Yeah, and then I got into there, the biggest Asda I've ever been ever. It was like 2 aircraft hangars long, and the toilet's in the back. I went there, I went to the toilet, and then I came out, I looked at my phone, and I was like, it's like 5 minutes. It took me like 15 minutes.
Carl's upset you never came to see him. Thank you, Everchoice.
I did go and see Firestorm Newport.
Yeah.
But I thought that was the fancy one.
No, Cardiff's the fancy one.
Cardiff's the fancy one. But the Newport one's nice.
Yeah?
I went in there. They've got a lot of AOS Christmas boxes in there.
Have they?
Yeah.
They have Lumineth ones.
Do
they ever have a Christmas box? I'm so Lumineth right now, Joe.
I walked in there and I was like, ooh. They had 2 of the Maggotkin Christmas boxes.
Oh. I'm so Lumineth
and I was like, suit you, sir. And I was like, are these on your website? And he was like, yes, but in a Welsh accent. I'm not going to attempt it.
No, we had enough accents on Tuesday.
There is a line, apparently.
There is a line.
Yeah. And I went in there and I was like, oh, I really want to do Fatty Nurgle Men now.
I have no interest in Maggot King.
No.
In fact, do you know what? I have no interest in anything AOS Chaos currently, with the exception of Slaves, but only because I like the, what's it called, people? Dark Oath.
Yes.
I like the Dark Oath people.
Apparently the Dark Oath had a bit of a glow up in the update yesterday.
But I only like the Dark Oath people. I don't like any of the Slave stuff.
I absolutely adore the generic Warriors of Chaos line.
Do you?
I don't like the Ogroids. They can get in the bin. The new Marauders are great, but I never gave a shit about Marauders. For me, we're talking about nostalgia, right? For me, as a kid, growing up, the Chaos Warrior from Old World was just peak Warhammer to me. He's just a big fucking, just absolutely bricked up dude, full plate armor, looking mean as shit. And I did that army because I was like, these guys make me horny. It's just so Warhammer. And then the new sculpts they released for Age of Sigmar, I was like, oh my god! I did him immediately. So good.
I like Slaves.
And there's
I like Slaves. I like Slaves to Darkness.
So we say Slaves is a short
Yeah.
A shortening of that name.
I don't think we need to clarify this, but just in case.
Yeah, there are words I've said before that are perfectly normal phrases to use in England as an act of doing a thing, and then you're like, oh, it means very different things in other countries and different people.
Yeah.
Like when I said the other day, I went I went out for a what's a different word for a cigarette? Don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went out for one of them. And then realised I had to clarify afterwards what I meant.
It's not so bad in this country, but you would have to clarify it to other people.
Yeah. And, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so just, like after the stream, go and watch all the Warhammer Battle March trailers. Do you remember that game?
No.
It was basically Warhammer Fantasy Total War before it happened. Right, and the trailers for that were incredible. They shit all over these
the Chaos Knights are
the
quite
Dawn of War ones.
Varanga.
They were made by the same people that made what's it called? Dawn of War. The trailers are great. Just Chaos Warriors mashing stuff up.
Chaos Warriors Infantry.
Yeah. David's correct.
Chaos
Much
Warriors.
great. Oh, yeah, people said, have we been to the new Entoyment? I haven't been to the new Entoyment.
I mean, they are very chaos, aren't they? They're very fucking classic Warhammer.
So nice. I want to do a whole Old World army of them now as well. Because it's just Gurt Lush.
+1 attack if they're contesting the objective. So 3 attacks if they are. 3 3s, 1 crit auto wounds.
Yeah, and then
very good.
And then but then you can give them a mark. You make a mark of Khorne, they're getting another attack on top. And then if there's a sorcerer nearby, you can give them like a 5-up ward. They become quite strong. And they've got a 3-up save, so if you all out defense, they go to a 2-up save. They are a problem to move. My list for the Golden Ticket event in Atlanta has 20 of them in.
I did start making a Dark Oath list. So you've got Dark Oath Marauders, Fell Riders, a Chieftain, and then more Marauders, another Chieftain on foot, and then a Wilder Fiend, and then I was like, this is not a lot of points, so I just added Archaon. I still have 300 points to spend.
Yeah.
That was ages ago, though.
And you do have to get a lot.
And
you have to paint a lot.
You do, yeah.
The new shop, the shop's moved for Entoyment in Poole. It's moved down the road. It's not moved very far. It's near Smith's Toy Store, from what I hear. I'm going to a GT in August there, a 40k GT on the 16th and 17th. So if you want to play some Warhammer, that I'll be there. Come along. The tickets are on the Entoyment website, and it'll be a grand old time. I'm going to take Black Templars. I'm going to poo-poo the haters. Just be like, I like them. I think they're good. Come on, Lizard.
Have you know what you're taking to the Golden Ticket event yet?
That'll do. I'm probably going to take Slaves. I think out of all the armies, they will be the one that travels the best.
You reckon?
Yeah. Because the only one that's going to be a struggle will be Be'lakor, which means he's probably going to have to go in my big bag.
Big bag.
Yeah.
Please don't break him.
I need to find...
Your penis.
Once we book the tickets, I then know how big a bag I have to take, or I'm allowed to take. I need to talk to John and be like, how the hell did you get your own personal bags and 2 whole Horus Heresy armies here?
Because he owns the airline, doesn't he, probably?
Yeah, he just flew his own dirigible.
Like that. And then the hand is there.
Yeah, once I've airbrushed him, I've airbrushed his little body. It's not really a little body, it's fucking massive. But once I've airbrushed him, I'll glue him onto the base.
This doesn't fit very well, but it is, the bottom left foot fits on that little slot.
Yeah.
And his hand holds onto that rock like that. He's quite cool though. Once you get him settled, he's quite a cool little beastie.
Yeah.
Quite a cool little beastie. Thank you. I know you did last roll for the $1. Thank you, Everchosen, for the $5. My hot take on it is they will use it to kill a Tyranid invasion of Terra because Tyranids is full of Astartes DNA.
Maybe.
Because they've been nom-nom-nomming for so long.
Yeah, and they're making a big brain planet. This is what Games Workshop, right? Is they bring in a cool narrative, Leviathan, right? And then they go, let's be 5 minutes of that, bored now, and then just bank it for a time later on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Warp Strider, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Warp Strider. I hope that you. When you go to bed tonight, like everything feels like nice and cool and smooth and soft. You know when you've just changed the sheets, and it feels like everything's just been pumped up and all fluffy, and you get into it, it's like, it's kind of sink. Happens very rarely, but when it does happen, it's like orgasmic.
Well, he did say, please do the right thing, Joe, and give me a decent hope for tonight.
Oh. I mean, well, yeah, there you go.
It's
technically it's for tonight, yeah.
It wasn't about tonight's game, Andy, but you know.
Yeah.
Nub, thank you for becoming a Hesea tier member. What a legend. We're on 72.
So I've got some questions to ask the people.
Okay.
About tonight's game.
Right, okay.
Right.
Okay.
And Andy's here, so he can chat along. The general chatter from people, and when I say people, I mean dweebs leaving comments. Right, that Black Templars are terrible and they're awful and Games Workshop's ruined them and that, like how...
I don't see it.
I don't see it, having read the rules, right? But I do think Black Templars are very much an all or nothing army, right? The game nowadays, as much as we want to think about it, it is all set and arranged and play tested around fixed terrain layouts in a competitive style environment.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's how the rules have been written.
I mostly agree, yeah.
Yeah. So on a more open, more narrative table, I don't think they do very well because they are toughness 4 Space Marines with a 3-up save. Admittedly, some of them have like 3 wounds, but most of it's like 2 wounds and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think they die quite quickly, and obviously people are quite sad about the loss of the Feel No Pain. I'm glad the Feel No Pain. Personally, I'm glad the Feel No Pain's gone because it means that you're more likely to pick other things. You're not just like, this is the best option, it's the only way to play, I have to take the Feel No Pain detachment.
Less Feel No Pain in the game in general is good for the game.
But also, like, having played against Black Templars that were running, like, all the Feel No Pain, it was infuriating. And the amount of times I played a Black Templars player, I just wanted to throat punch them on the spot, right? Because
he didn't.
And when you play Tyranids and you run to Sword Bros and they're like, 1 out of 3 is a 6-up, 1 out of 3 is a 6-up. And when you're like flat damage free like Tyranids, like you're a Swarm Lord going at 8 attacks and you killed 2 Sword Brethren is so infuriating. So it makes you really angry. So that going away, I think, is for the betterment of the game. So I think they are very much an all or nothing army. I have 2 options for tonight. We're going to do tournament layout. Andy's predominantly a tournament player, so I thought it's the easiest way to slip him in. You know, get him more comfortable. If he only has to worry about, if he doesn't have to worry about the game, he could just worry about not being horrifically racist on camera.
Yeah,
and that's the most important.
They'll do a better job than Adam.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you take away some. So my plan is I either go an actual competitive Templar army, which I don't think we've seen on any of the channels yet, because I talked to Liam about this before we went on, is that channels have realised that competitive streams and games are boring, and a lot of the people that watch streams and games think that like the competitive is boring. So when they do the preview stuff, they tend to lean towards more fun, more narrative Black Templar lists, and they seem to all be getting smashed, right? So I'm kind of like in the mindset of, do I do a more competitive army that's a bit more aggressive, that I can actually show you people that it's not all doom and gloom and they can do well? So yeah.
Andy's list is quite calm.
Yeah. So basically there's 2 lists. There's one that's got a Land Raider Redeemer in it, and one that doesn't. The rest of the lists are relatively fine. But my problem with the Land Raider Redeemer is it's such a swing list, right? In that the Land Raider Redeemer, if it pops off, is horrific to play against. And it'll be like, that's gone, that's gone, that's gone.
Is it a real channel initiation if he doesn't get a flat paddling?
Yeah. But also at the same time, people really like... people like it when I'm miserable. When I'm happy, people actively don't give us money. And I need people to give us money because...
you want me to pay you to go to America?
Yeah.
Don't you?
I want to go to America, yeah. I want to be able to go there and swim in a large, like, Scrooge McDuckian swimming pool.
Yeah. Mm. It is unfortunately a well-known fact that we do typically do better out of a sad Joe.
Yeah.
Which is why lately I've just been continuously putting you against Paddy.
Yeah. And people complain that I complain too much. And then when I said I'm not going to complain when I play against Paddy, and I didn't.
You got stick for that as well, didn't you?
I got stick for that as well. So, although I have got a new favourite thing, I'm fairly convinced that Paddy's not watching now, right? Is that I've been berating Paddy for a long time. We all have, because he's a tryhard dickhead who just wants to smash everyone. And once he knows he's winning, he'll calm down. And we've kind of pushed him into a position now where it's like, just bring fun armies. And the problem is more fun armies means he can't smash people and he gets a bit salty. And what I like to do is annoy him during the game, the more salty he gets. I'm like, you get salty, aren't you? Salty, you're so salty. He's like, I'm not salty. And he gets more salty, and he complains that he's going to lose, and then basically I throw the game at the end and let him win, and then it just makes him look worse. I'll stop eventually.
You won't?
I won't.
No, but don't lie.
But he needs to think that I will stop eventually.
Nub, thank you for the $5. Hey guys, sorry for the lower chat, teacher. The lower chat? What do you mean? Teacher, any plans for square cornered dice in the future? Fenris Hoyja. No, I didn't have plans for square cornered dice. Do people want square cornered dice?
I mean,
the problem I have with dice is Stevie at Baron is fucking incredible. The problem I have with dice is to have dice here, I have to order a minimum 1,000. To have round cornered and black and square cornered of black, I'd have to order 2,000. If I wanted to do that for white and red, I then have to have 6,000. Purple becomes 8,000. If I had another colour, it becomes 10,000 dice. 10,000 dice is quite a lot of money.
It's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of fucking dice, yeah. But it's quite a lot of money as well. So if I get the sense that there's a huge appetite for square cornered dice, I would be contemplating adding them. But I just need to know there's an appetite for it in the first instance. Same as if I know that there's an appetite, a strong enough appetite for black dice that we've run out of stock of, I wouldn't be against buying another 1,000 because I'm like, well, we're probably going to sell at least, I think I used to sell like 70% to break even or something like that. So I'm not saying no, I'm just saying, who knows when.
I was thinking about dice actually.
We've got 3 members to go, by the way, to get to 75, chat.
We were talking about when you do a dice order, you only do new colours.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking green, because I want green. I've been wanting green for ages. Blue, like a Temple Guardy blue. And then orange. I think orange would be quite popular.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
Just a fun colour, isn't it?
Okay.
Games Workshop went through a stage of doing just like a lot of orange dice. I think the matte orange would do well.
I could be tempted to add a matte blue and a matte green and a matte orange in the future. But again, you know, that's 3,000 dice that has a cost to it.
I know,
and like if we had a couple of exceptional months when we did really, really well, no doubt I'd be buying more dice. But at the moment, my focus is to try and get you a plane ticket and some accommodation.
Well, I could bring them back, couldn't I? Couldn't I?
I mean, that's a lot of weight as well.
Get through customs with 3,000 dice.
Yeah, is there a rough ETA on the battle box? No. I need to As soon as we figure out the integration, they'll be live. So I'm hoping that within the next week or two, I can get the integration working. And if I can get the integration working with Chris, then they'll be live. The other option I have, which is a very real possibility, is we get him to set them up on his website, and then we can get it done. We can get it working even quicker. So it's a possible, right? Anyway, like I said, three members to go for 75, 28 to go for the target 100, but we are about to finish. Matt O'Reilly, thank you for the $5. So the odds of me being up in 4 hours' time ain't good. However, I don't want to take away from new crew being added or thinking I don't love you all.
Dan says orange is PlayOn's colour. I mean, PlayOn doesn't own that colour.
Yeah.
You know?
And Matt, we never think you don't love us. You're amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I know you don't love us. You love us a little bit too much, but keep doing it. Don't stop. But thank you.
Too much love.
Fun. Yeah.
No, you're amazing, Matt. We never think you don't love us. Thanks, mate. You're a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think. I need to talk to Chris probably this weekend. Maybe tomorrow. Probably this weekend. I think it's supposed to be raining on Sunday, so maybe on Sunday I'll message him. I might. It's possible that what I might do is give him the green light. Just put it on his site, and we'll get a flat commission rate for a gift box.
Yeah.
But what I'd like to eventually is have it on our website as well, feeding his site. Yeah.
I mean, the easy way of getting it is on his website, and then you get.
That's the quickest way of doing it.
Yeah.
And they are sexy. Matt, thank you so much for 20 more gifted members. He does love us too much. Yeah. 20 more gifted members.
Thank you, Matt. You're paving my road to America.
Yeah. 8 away from target.
You
but
sexy
go.
Beast.
I do want to go.
I am.
I'm not enjoying this model. I don't think I'm going to use it. What does it do? Is it any good?
It's all right, actually.
I've not put it in any of the lists that I've made. So let's have a quick look at... Every time I open it, I just see the list jizzlips.
Good.
It's entirely a you thing, isn't it? No, not that one. Is it in here?
This model is so sexy.
It's a war machine. Is that what it is?
Age of Sigmar, I will be honest, right? Age of Sigmar, in my eyes, like model for model, has the best model range.
So what it's got, Joe, right? This model that I've started building one man for, I'm not sure if I care about finishing it right now. Okay. What it's got, is 6-inch move, a health of 5, a control of 2, and a 5+ save. Right? It has a ranged weapon.
God, she's fucking massive.
A haunch.
She's a big lady.
There's a ranged weapon, right?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Has a ranged weapon, Joe, which is 24-inch range.
Which is very good for range shooting in Age of Sigmar.
3 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s, rend 1, D3 damage, anti-monster +1 rend, crit 2 hits.
It's really good.
Is it?
Yeah, for shooting, that's fucking incredible. For a shooting attack to hit on 2s is bonkers. If
all of this unit's shooting attacks this turn target the same enemy unit, subtract 1 from hit rolls for the target's attacks the rest of the turn.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the turn, add 6 inches to the range characteristics unit's bolts while it is wholly within 12 inches of any friendly Venari Aurelian Sentinel units, which is the bow people.
Yeah, so it goes to 30-inch range.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Is it?
Most shooting in the game is 18 inches.
So you're saying it's probably worth building it?
I would take 2.
That's a lot. They're 100 points, I guess.
My cannons are 100 points, and then they're 120 points, and they hit on 4s. Admittedly, they do wound on 2s at Rend 2.
But Mr. the Flying, Pigeon Man thing, he gets 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, winning on 3s, Rend 2, D3 damage, anti-monster +1 rend, and shooting combat.
I mean, you take him as well.
That's 12-inch range.
Yeah.
And he gets the Hunters of Majestic Beasts. The damage characteristic is Bow of the Wind's Vengeance is 3 for attacks that target monsters. So against monsters, he hits on 2s, wins on 3s, Rend 3, flat 3 damage. Shooting combat.
I mean, he's really good. He's a beautiful model as well.
Spirit of the Wind.
Yeah, I love
He
the
is a
Spirit of the
beautiful
Wind.
model.
Look at the size of Abraxia versus your little dweeby elf.
Yeah, I'm taller. I'm bigger. Cray, thank you for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Cray. I hope that you are given by your work a £100 Tesco voucher. Just buy whatever you want.
Oh, Hurricane Wind Chargers also have shooting combat. 3 attacks. And then melee weapons are a bit shit.
Yeah. He's sucked in. We've lost him.
You can't take ward rolls against their bows.
No, it's really good.
There's too much in this that I want to take.
So that's one thing I do really, really like about Age of Sigmar, is that a lot of the armies, every unit is viable. Not every unit. Some units are a bit like meh, whatever. But a lot of the units in a lot of the armies are all viable, and you cannot take all of them, which means that you do have to really like focus in on what you want.
So I wrote a 2,000 point list, right? And I've got a stone mage.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does. Just got the model at home, right? He's all right. He's like, I don't know what does he do? Abilities. Stone mage starts. Pick an Alarith elf unit within 12 inches of the target. Roll a dice on a 3+, add 1 to rend characteristic and melee weapons. So +1 rend to melee weapons for Alarith units, right? And then he's got some spells and shit because he's magic, right? And then I've got Alara, Spirit of the Mountain, because he's fucking banging, mate.
Yeah.
He gets 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, rend 2, damage 5.
Yeah, mad good.
And he's pretty tough.
Which
as
is
well.
hitting on 3s is mental for a monster.
Yeah,
most monsters hit on 4s.
obviously you can all attack him as well and hit on 2s.
Yeah.
Which is mad.
Bong. He used to be able to move like 30 inches a turn as well.
And you've also got, I've got 2 units of Stone Guards, which are 2 attacks each, 3 3s, 1 2, which is quite cool, right? Then I got the Light of Lotharion, because it's fucking banging. 2 units of Wardens with the big pikes and a unit of Blade Lords. Then I've got a Venari Lord Regent, big man on Llama, and then 2 units of Dawnriders, which are men on cavalry. Because it's like, for me, it's like a very fantasy type army.
Yeah, when I made my city's army, I very specifically wanted it to look like an army.
Yeah.
So I had like big blocks of infantry with an infantry leader. I had a shooting detachment, which was like a big unit of guns, cannons, and then like a few major. And then I had like a cavalry section.
I can't want to take the giant monster out though, but then I can't. I have to make a whole other regiment.
But more, there's no negative. You're almost a positive for having more regiments now.
Yeah. Oh, are you?
Yeah. So now, if you finish dropping, if your army, because obviously each detachment is 1 drop, if you finish dropping your army, you choose who goes first or second. If you drop your army first, but the switch side is if your army is more drops at any point during the game, you can re-roll the dice roll for who has priority, which gives you either a higher chance of getting a double turn, or when I did it, I used it to stop people getting a double turn.
Well, I also like the fact that Warhammer Games Club in chat said, really solid list, swap Altharion for Scourge version, he's loads more fun. Like, I literally just built a list, not looking at rules, of just shit that I liked.
Yeah.
So I have like a stone bit, and then a melee bit, and then a cavalry bit, and I was like, cool,
That's what's really good about Age of Sigmar. You can build armies that look cool and worthy of Mordor, that look cool, are fun, and they will work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm into it. I mean, I need to find some instructions to build those other models, but we'll be fine. I'll figure that out. I figured out how to do that, so that's not a problem. You people have been amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out on the show today, you amazing human beings. Hopefully you've enjoyed the Liam and Joe hobby show. I'm enjoying doing the hobby shows, actually.
Yeah?
It's a whole different type of discussion, isn't it? I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you want to see some more brand new Black Templars, come and check out the live game at 7:30 tonight, where we will be doing the second game of New Templars, and we'll be debuting Andy and his Necrons, and you can be kind or horrible to him. Entirely up to you. I don't really mind. And I'll be running the deck for you wonderful people tonight. Tomorrow, we have After Dark at 9 p.m, where we get ready for the weekend. And don't forget as well, you wonderful humans in chat, tonight is the last show of July.
Yeah.
And what we also need to do after next week is figure out when we're going to do your fundraising show as well, to see if we are in fact able to send you to America Land or not.
Yeah. I think we'll do it on a weekend, aren't we? We said. On a Saturday.
Yeah, it will be Saturday. Yeah. We'll figure it out.
It'll either be late August, start of September, I guess.
Yeah, as long as it's not a day where I've got a football game, we'll be good. Right, you people have been amazing. Like I said, we have that live game tonight. If you haven't smashed that like button already, we've got 122 likes on the stream. We were 3 members away from target, but I'll let you off because it's been the end of a heavy month and you people have been amazing. Thank you for hanging out with us. Hopefully you've enjoyed the show.
Oh.
I'm now waiting to find my end button. There it is, go on.
I painted a repulsor.
Is that was before you found out it was shit though?
I painted it on the premise of its current rules in the index. And then I read the book when I came in this morning.
When are you
which rules have changed.
When are you painting the turret?
It is painted.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, one more time.